Hi, this is Ilma Art Studios photograph for today, a winter day in one of the parks here in Orangeville. Hi, check my website at ilmaarts.com for more artworks and photographs. Today I'd like to share Matthew 6 verse 4. It says, "Give your gifts in private, and your Father who sees everything will reward you." Here's my poem. Give in private. When you want to supply and help someone in need, make sure that you do in secret your good deeds. Your Father in heaven don't want you to boast. You'll forfeit your reward from Him when you do so. Give your gifts in private and you'll be rewarded in heaven. Announce it and you will lose your points in the kingdom. Give a lending hand, but do it out of love and be discreet. Don't make it about you. It will not be pleasing to His Spirit. Here's my essay. It is easy to make a big deal out of every good deed we do. Only God's Spirit can give us the humility to make it about Him and not about us. The enemy wants to trap us into thinking that it is always a venue to show off our actions, especially when it is doing good. The Gospel of Matthew cautions us to watch out that we don't make a performance of the things we do for others or for God. When I came to Canada, I was surprised to see a gift-giving tradition of reading aloud the cards we receive and to open the gifts that we get. For me, it seems like waiting for the person to thank me for what I got them. Prayer. Lord, let me have discretion whenever I do a thoughtful or generous act to someone. Reflection. Why are we cautioned from showing off our generosity? Well, in this verse, it is warning people to make show off, just like the Pharisees did. They were like hypocrites, just trying to show off everything they do. When they fast, they show a glum face to show people that they're, religious and that they are spiritual. When they do acts of kindness, they show it off to everybody. And this is very true in our world today. Even now, like when somebody gives a gift to somebody, like a company would give a big amount of money to a charitable act, they try to make sure that their names are there, that the company is doing it to. It's a form of advertising. It's just like a point system, like a performance. Like if we're gonna show off that this is what we're doing, then people will get more business to get. So I think that is more a transaction than a generous act. And I've always told my husband that back in the Philippines, when I don't know if it's just like we have the tradition, we like gift giving as well, but we don't make a show out of it. And sometimes we do give secretly, or we don't want to be acknowledged for what we've been given. And I think that when I moved to Canada, the Western thing, I don't know if it's just because of my limited experience with the people I'm dealing with here, but I noticed that every time I give something before, because that's one of the gifts that I'm given, like the gift of generosity, but people think that I give so I can get something, and that was really jarring for me. But I also learned to, so it's like when I give to someone, I don't want that person to acknowledge me for what I did, but I just want to make that person happy, or to appreciate to show my appreciation for them. So I think that when you do good deeds or good acts or generous acts, I think that the reason why we're cautioned from showing it off is so that it's not about us. It is about the act of giving, or the act of loving, or the act of thoughtfulness that it is about. So when that's about us, and when it becomes about us, then we lose the reward that we're going to get in heaven, because we're already feeling that, fulfillment when we did it. So it's about the work. It's not about God making us. It's not a fruit of the Spirit. It's not generosity and humility, but it is about showing off, and that is, sorry, but that's pride. So I encourage you to take a look at what Matthew is cautioning us, that we need to do things in private. Even God told us in the Bible that we pray in private, because when we pray, it is a precious time. It's just like having intimacy with God, and you can't show off intimacy. Just like thinking about having sexual, physical intimacy with your husband, you don't show that off, It's something private, something intimate. So those are the same thing with good deeds. We don't show it off, or we don't even talk about it. We just, probably thank the person who gave us something, and but if you're giving something, do it in private. Thanks for watching. I hope you check my website at ilmaars.com for more artworks and photographs. Have a blessed day.